Hi everybody, Jason Wishlow here, Avalanche forecaster with Whitewater, and this is the Avalanche Conditions Report, our second one of the season, brought to you by Whitewater Mountain Resort, BackcountrySkiingCanada.com, and State of the Snowpack. So we're standing here, weather plot up at Whitewater, 1,950 meters, kind of a northwest aspect. Avalanche Canada is calling the hazard in the alpine considerable. At tree line, moderate, and below tree line is low. We've had 90 centimeters of storm snow in the last week. Generally, it just hasn't stopped snowing. Freezing levels have been fluctuating a little bit up and down, but for the most part, we've stayed really good temperatures and got a lot of snow, and the skiing has been great. Haven't seen a lot of avalanche activity. It has been snowing. Given that we don't have very good visibility, but when the clouds broke, we've been looking up and it seems like this storm snow has been kind of settling out or remaining unconsolidated. Haven't seen a lot of slab properties and haven't had reports of any significant avalanche activity throughout our region. We've done control work and reacting to explosives in our inbounds avalanche area. We have seen up to size 1.5 avalanches, but again, just not seeing significant slab property. So I'm going to show you, here's our snow profile. We have 190 centimeters. So we come down, you can see a freezing rain crust that occurred during mid-storm. This is our December 16th melt freeze rain crust. And then it's kind of like a laminate crust through here. There's a whole bunch different crusts that formed over that week. Very dramatic rising and falling freezing. So that's here. And then you come down. Haven't really seen sign of our December 1st surface hoar. It was small. You have these crusts above it, so it's going to be hard to affect that layer. And then lower down, we have our November 21st melt freeze rain crust. And that is got some faceting going on above it. But at the same time, we generally have a very right side up snowpack. So we're going to do some tests and see if we can get any results. Ben Westrick here, another forecaster with us at Whitewater. And we just prepared a column for a compression test. It's going to test about the upper 90 centimeters of our recent storm snow sitting on top of that December 16th crust. And we'll see if we can isolate any weaknesses in there, see if there's any areas of concern. So.
Right on that
yeah,
wall.
It's broken, low density snow. There's another one. A couple failures, just as Ben is looking here. What we're looking for in a test like this is very sudden results, where the block above pops or drops, and it might even slide off like a cash register. And we didn't see that. Isolated a couple weaknesses in here. I think there's a couple freezing rain crusts that we had. Those are very thin and will likely settle out. There's something that there are markers in the snowpack for us. We'll definitely keep an eye on them and pay attention. Not immediate concern on those layers. Our lower layer with all our storm snow on top, about 70 centimeters of storm snow here. Nothing failed on that, which is very good news. And our top is really limited slab density right now. It's not a significant load, but as different storms come in and start to load these lower layers, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on them. Okay, so incoming weather. Avalanche Canada is calling a wind slab problem up high. Alpine tree line elevations. With recent winds, with these storms, winds have been elevated, generally southwest, so I'd be watching your lee slopes for recently formed wind slabs. We do have another storm, Christmas Eve, moving in. Models are showing pretty wide ranges of precipitation, and some are showing freezing levels coming up a little bit higher towards the 1,900 meter mark. Some are showing those freezing levels staying lower. So it seems like they're having trouble figuring out exactly how these storms are gonna land. I would expect we're gonna get, hopefully up to 15 centimeters. Maybe we pull 20 centimeters out of it over into Christmas. Then we got some cooler air coming our way as well. As you're moving forward through the Christmas break here, just watch for those recent winds, watch for newly formed wind slabs, or storm slabs. Stay safe, follow Avalanche Canada. Make sure you're having a good time and enjoying all this beautiful powder we've been skiing so far. So take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you again next week.